Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. If it's your first time here, my name's Jen, and I am a self-taught nail enthusiast. And in today's video, I am going to be reviewing a Melody Susie polish collection. I'm very excited. I've got one of these things down because it's a doozy for your girl today, and yeah, I'm ready for this, okay? So, how about you say we just go ahead and get started, get on with the show, and I'll tell you what we've got. Let's go! Okay, so I have this collection here. I went ahead and swatched it ahead of time for you guys on this very wonderful piece of cardboard. It's very expensive, by the way. You can't get these. They're very exclusive to nail people like myself. Anyways, so this is the Periwinkle Blue collection. It was $34.99 right now, but I believe they're having a sale for Valentine's Day. I do have a code. I will have that all linked down below, but I just want to say, this is how you do a collection. In my opinion, it doesn't really hold much water to most people, but in my humble opinion, if someone told me that this was a collection of nail polishes, I'd believe them. I think they're all very similar tonality and color, and I get the color story, I get where it's going. I think the colors in here are really beautiful. So today I'm going to try to be recreating this look right over here. I think that I have the artistic ability to be able to do so. Time will only tell. Time will tell, I should say. Time will tell? Yeah, time will tell. So I think I'm going to be working with all of the colors that I've underlined, which is basically half of this collection. No, but I'm going to be working in like the pink purple range, and I'll probably need some of these more nude colors for the actual owl itself. Obviously, when I have the picture, I'll have the person's Instagram handle on there. Lovely page, beautiful artistic page. She created this look. I saw it one day on Instagram and I was completely blown away, and I said to myself, I am going to do this look no matter what. As you know, I love owls and I just really want to do this. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put on my nails. I'm going to be using the Makartt Pump Ups in this like translucent pink color. See, this one's not this is my problem with this box of nails though. They don't all match. So now I got to go find a pinky that does match. But yeah, this is the color I'm using. It's the more translucent, not the more opaque pink. I'll show you the box so you know what I'm talking about. This is the one. It's got like 4 different colors in here, but not all the nail tips have the same color. So it's kind of, or like have the same amount of color. So it's a little irritating if you want to use it more than once. It's not going to happen. But I'm going to go pick out that size and I'll be back. Okay, so I'm just going to hit this with some dehydrator. My nails are already nice and prepped, but I did go ahead and just kind of run over them with the nail file just to scratch them up. I prepped my nails this afternoon and they looked a little smooth, so I just wanted to like literally barely touching them at all, just rough them up really quickly. I have this stuck in my head for some reason, roughed, not buffed. I feel like I recently heard someone say that, where they were basically saying like, in order for this stuff to adhere properly, you want there to be like scratches, but not like deep scratches, but also not smooth like a buffer would do. So I am no longer going to be using the gel-in nail glue anymore because I think, sadly, I'm allergic to it. And someone basically said today on one of my comments that on my previous video, she said, yeah, if you think you're allergic to it, chances are that you are, and you should not use it anymore. So I am not going to, because I'm really scared of contact dermatitis, and I'm afraid of that particularly now more so than before, because she said once that happens, no matter what you use, you will get a reaction from. And that just sounds awful, because then I will not be able to do my own nails anymore or get nails done at all. So I'm going to be really careful not to touch my skin with this stuff. I mean, I'm usually as careful as I can be, but I definitely get product on my skin more often than I would like to admit. I mean, I just got it on my thumb. So it happens, unfortunately, but I'm gonna try to be careful. So I'm gonna flash that. I always do a layer of this on my nails just to protect my nails when I'm filing them off or soaking or whatever, you know, I just like to have that protection underneath. And it also helps to build up your nail just a bit so that you have like a closer space between your nail and the nail. I don't know, I'm showing you guys this. I feel like I've shown it a million times, but I felt like I wanted to include it this time. I just realized that I didn't buff the inside of these. I'm not gonna do it at this point because you know what? I kind of don't mind if they pop off earlier. I use my hands as props in a nail video. So for me, when a nail pops off, it's not that big of a deal to me because I'm gonna take them off in a week anyways. I don't ever fill my nails. I know that you can with tips and especially with jelly tips. I just don't because to me, it's more trouble than it's worth when it takes me like not that long to just pop a new set on. So ignore the fact that I didn't file the inside. I know some of you say that you don't and it doesn't matter. To me, it does. They will come off earlier than I want them to. So just keep that in mind. Okay, guys. Yes, I'm soaking off my thumb because there was a giant air pocket in it and I could feel it lifting. But anyways, I'm going to start with this bejeweled nail because I think that is going to take a rather long time. The first thing I'm going to do is I just mixed up a couple of the pink and nude colors with some base coat to kind of thin it out a little bit. And I'm going to go ahead and put that on now. So I kind of want it thin and sheer. It doesn't need to be crazy. This brush is a little stiff though. So I've definitely used it with polygel, so. Yes, it's very streaky. All right, I'm gonna cure that and then I'll do another coat and then I'll start adding all the beautiful jewels. Oh my God. Just look. It's so pretty. I know it's not exactly like the picture, but I think it's gorgeous and I love it and it's fun. Whew, but I'm exhausted, girl. I need a breath. So I'm gonna cure this. I'm gonna clean this up and I guess we'll move on to my next step. Oh, it's so pretty. Okay, so I'm gonna move on to the next step, which is going to be painting the nails that essentially are just like painted. Yes, I know the ring finger has love written on it, but I have an idea for that. So I'm gonna start with that one, and that one is just in the color 577. And I'm gonna do 2 coats of that. I just wanted you guys to see the polishes. So I actually love their polishes. I think that they are nice and creamy. They are thicker consistency, so you do have to kind of be careful when you're painting and try to make a nice thin coat. Also, I think it's very cold in my room. I said this in my previous video where I did like nail art, that my polishes have not really been performing the way that they should be. So I am kind of taking things with a grain of salt if it's not working the way I want it to work, just because it's freezing here in New York. We just had a snowstorm. So yeah, it's pretty cold. All right, that looks good. So after like the 800th time of looking at this photo, I realized that I messed up. I did the bejeweled nail on the wrong finger. This should be on this finger, owl, love, and hearts. So now I'm gonna do the love, bejeweled, owl, hearts, and the metallic. So I'm gonna show you the metallic colors now. I am using G345 and G186. So I'm gonna do this color on the bottom, or no, sorry, this one, other way around. I'm gonna do this one first and then the other one on top. No, I think it is this one. I think I was right the first time. They both kind of look very similar, but one has more of that metallic sheen to it. So this is G345. It's beautiful in its own right. It is very lovely, but I think I like more of that shimmer. So I'm gonna do this, and then I'll do a coat of the other one on top. It might not even make a difference, but I just like them both and I wanted to use them both, and I wanted you all to see what both of them looked like. So there you go. All right, guys, it's game time now. We're doing the owl. I just want to show you this palette really quickly. Most of the colors on here are from Melody Susie. I know it's a reflective surface, so I'm gonna put it off to the side in a sec, but there's a couple here and there that are from Model Ones, just as like some highlighting or low lighting colors to add in. The majority are Melody Susie. I am excited and nervous at the same time for this, so we'll just see how this goes. Oh God. I have some brushes and dotting tools and that kind of thing. And I think what I'm going to start with is a dotting tool, because I think I can do the whole body and face basically with a dotting tool. I just want to clean this off really quickly. Make sure there's nothing on here. I do not want any fuzz or anything like that getting into this, because I'll be really upset. So, all right, I'm going to start with this larger dotting tool, and I am going to start with a little bit of this and a little bit of this to make sort of a darker brown. And that's what I'm going to make her whole head with. So I'm just going to start in a small circle, working my way around to get it bigger and bigger and bigger. And she's kind of got like an ovally head, so okay. It's kind of boring, but it's kind of nice. I hope you guys can see what I'm doing. All right, so I'm gonna start bringing it down a little too. And don't worry, I'll clean everything up. I know it's gonna look crazy at first. It does, it looks crazy at first, but then it gets better. I have to make sure that I have enough room to create the detail on the face. So I'm trying to bring it out as much as I can, and then I'll bring it down. I think that's gonna work. Just want to make sure it's even on all sides. So I'll go a little more over here. Okay, and then I'm just going to use a brush to kind of clean up anything. And I'm not really going to do any details at this point. I just want to get the general shape of everything on here, and then I'll add in the details. So that's what we've got going on so far. I do kind of want to just even up like this part over here. Feel like it's not as high, sorry, like this way. In my head, I don't know if any of you are like into art, drawing, painting, whatever artistic outlet you have. When I'm doing art on nails, I try to like just tell myself, you're just painting a picture. Just think of it as if you're painting a picture or drawing a picture for that matter. And it kind of makes things a little easier for me. It's hard to imagine putting like a detailed photo on a small surface, but I try to break it down into like general shapes that I can recognize and then go in and add, you know, the detail to make it come alive. All right, I think that's good. All right, so now I'm gonna use a lighter color to trace out where her face would be and like her eyes and mouth and stuff. I'm gonna use that bigger one again, and I'm gonna go into just like their light brown mixed with like maybe a little bit of like a nude color, and just mix them all together and pick up the color. I'm gonna start about here and about here, just so we're nice and even. And I'm gonna kind of just, you know, bring it around. So it's pretty much like her whole face now turns this color, and then it just kind of like meets in the middle. Kind of meets about. I'm gonna pull you a little closer to me, so that way when I'm down here, you can see me. I think they need to be rounder in the sides, but I don't think they need to go any taller than where they're at now. So I think I like that. I think just this little smidge right here. Get a little bit smaller. Yeah, I think that looks good. As I continue to mess with it. I think her face does kind of go all the way down to the bottom when she gets to about here. So I'm happy with it. I'm happy with it. I wonder if I should just, I'm gonna leave it. I think it looks good. I swear, if I keep touching it, I'm gonna mess with it. So I think I'm happy, and we're just gonna move on from there. Voila. Okay, I'm not even gonna mess with it because you know what? There's going to be detailing and lines and outlining and all that stuff that's going to correct it. So I'm not even worried about it. Okay, now I'm gonna work on the eye, and I'm gonna do this in layers. For me, I just think it'll be easier. You can do an eye however you want, but this is the easiest way that I know how to do it. So that's the way I'm going with. So I'm just gonna start with some white. Okay, and the lamp. Also, that was like in my mind, like maybe I could do a green. So I'm gonna try a green and see how that looks for a little owl's eye. And we'll see what we think. Yeah, so let's go ahead and put that on. I actually think that might work better for like a little owl. All right, I'll clean that up in a sec, don't worry. God, I did the same thing I did with the other one. It's such a small space. Like, honestly, people ask me all the time, like, how do you draw stuff in such a small space? And I'm like, it's so hard. Lots of cleaning up, lots of concentration, tiny, you know, instruments to use. Like, yeah. I think that I can pull it down over here though. Because in the picture, that's kind of what it looks like. It almost looks like the color is sort of pulled out this way. I think I'm okay if I kind of just make the circle this way. Because the pupil is more like out towards the middle of her eye. If that is an easy way to understand it. Try to get more of this white out on this side. It's so hard to see because of glares. I'm sorry. Okay. What do you guys think of that? Are we okay with this so far? I know she looks like an alien right now. Trust me, she's gonna be like the cutest little owl that you ever did see, so don't worry. All right, now the pupil. We definitely want to use a small one, so I'm just gonna clean it off. Let's try the skinny brush. Let's see what that can do. Okay. Well, that certainly brought her to life, so. Oh, cute. Should I just go ahead and outline this eye while we're here? Might as well, right? Give her some eyelashes. Oh my gosh, so stinking cute. Aw. Alright, let me just clean up this little spot over here. Oh, she's the cutest little alien owl that I ever saw. Oh my gosh. I feel like when I'm doing nails like this, it's really hard to do it this far away because it just gets so challenging to see what you're doing. Okay guys, so this is how we are looking so far. She is looking so cute, and no, I didn't lose any gems off of this. I took some off because I just didn't think they went together. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to outline everything on her off camera, and then I'll come back so we can draw the heart on. So what I decided to do was I'm going to start with the actual heart first, and then I will do the outline, because I just think that will be a lot easier. Like I can just draw like a big dot here, a big dot here, make them a little bigger, like bigger outwards, not longer. I guess it doesn't matter. And then I can just, honestly, I don't even use a brush to do this. I just connect them with my dotting tool. So that's my big old heart. I'll just refine it a little bit with the lining brush. I think that looks great. I'm gonna cure that, and then I will outline it with the dark color, and I think that will just work a lot better. Now it's time for the outline. I think I'm going to start with black and then work my way up to the purples. Okay. Now I'm going to clean my brush and I'm going to dip into the darker purple. Or actually, I'm going to dip into like the black purple mixture, and I'm literally going to put it like right next to this. Next, the lighter purple. Okay, now I'm gonna try to like fade it by just like flicking my brush back and forth, like in between these colors. I actually don't mind the way that looks. I might go ahead and just kind of clean it up with like the light pink. So I'm gonna go ahead and just cure this, and then I'll add a little more pink in the middle, and I'll draw her little fingers on, which will be really cute. But when I come back, we're gonna start on the pinky, okay? All right, so now it is time to do the pinky, which is basically just a ombre of these little hearts. So I'm gonna be using this pink, this little purple, and like a darker pink, and I'm just gonna kind of ombre them throughout. I'm just gonna place them like randomly. I just have like some builder gel here so I could pick this stuff up, and I don't really want them to all, like I don't want them to all be like facing the same direction. I want it to be really random, like whatever I pick up, that's what I pick up. And I just have base coat on the nail, and sometimes they get stuck together. So there we go. I want this lighter pink here, and I just kind of want it to just go wherever. It's not really looking like an ombre, and I don't know that I can really do that on this size nail with these because they're so big. So what I think I might do, I think I might just cover it with them. Like I kind of want to just layer them up. So I'm just going to kind of start like pushing them on top of one another like this. And then maybe I can find some small ones in here to sort of, oh, there we go. I got some small ones I can kind of put down towards the end like this. Let me see how that looks. All right, that looks better. They're so hard to see. Oh, all I had to do was shake it and it came out. So put one of these down here, and then I am gonna do a little builder gel action and just cover it, okay? Oh guys, it's coming together. It's coming together. So I'm gonna go ahead and cure this. That was easy. And I'll be back to just cover it up. Okay, so I tried the builder gel, but it just was not working for me. So I just got my favorite clear poly gel, and I just put a big old blob of that on here, and I am just working it in. For me, from experience, I just know that this is the clearest poly gel, and I know how to work with it really, really well. That's what I decided to go ahead and use. I know I probably put way too much on this finger, but I just wanted to make sure that everything was nice and encapsulated and I didn't have to worry about it. So I am just patting it into shape right now and just getting everything where I want it to be. When I'm done, I will go ahead and I'll show you guys what it looks like. But this is what it looks like so far. And guys, like it just, everything is working. Everything is looking really nice together. I cannot wait to top coat this because I just think it's going to be gorgeous. I mean, I know it doesn't look like the owl from the photo, but it's my owl, and I'm proud of that. So, yeah. All right. I'm going to keep patting away over here, and I'll be back. Now that my table is disgusting, ugh, gosh, so gross. I am tasked with writing the word love like a billion times on this finger, but let me be honest with you, I cannot do that at all. I tried off camera to do even just like it twice, and I couldn't do that. So what I think I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna write it really big. Let me just flip this over because it's really disgusting and probably distracting to you guys. Not much better, but there we go. So I'm gonna write it once really big across, like just basically like going this way, and I hope that you guys will accept that that is as much as my artistic talent will allow for today. I am all tapped out with this look. I am telling you, first of all, look at the pinky, so cute, but that owl, that took it out of me, man. I'm gonna do love just right across my fingernail, pretty big. I'm gonna start from here and obviously end at the tip. So, and I noticed that when I'm doing it like this, I'm kind of almost like floating the polish, which is very different. And what I'm thinking of doing is maybe putting some acrylic over this. Like that might look cool. So I might try that actually. Yeah, I think I'm gonna do that, but I'm gonna do it like one letter at a time. Hello. Okay, so I have my acrylic here, and I'm just gonna do it right on here, like whatever, and I'm just gonna scoop it right on this L. So I've kind of just gone haywire with this look. I haven't done anything like this person has done it. But you know what? That's what you call making it your own look. All right, I'm gonna go cure this, and then I'm gonna repeat the same thing with the rest of the letters. Okay guys, are you ready for me to top coat this thing? Yeah, it's so cute. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and top coat. The only thing I need to top coat are these two. So I'm gonna pop the picture up again, and I want you guys, where is my little vacuum? Because my other thing is full right now. I want you guys to tell me what you think about my nail look and how I did in comparison to the original video. Yes, I ended up putting my own little spin on it because, well, I'm just not exactly up to that artistic standard at the moment. And you know what? I like kind of putting my own flair into a nail look. Oh my god, look at that. I like sort of taking someone else's look and putting like my own flair into it. And I really enjoyed doing this nail look. It definitely pushed me. I am so glad it is over with. Like, honestly, I'm so glad I'm done with this. But I want you to definitely comment down below and let me know what you think. Here is the finished look. I'll cure it once I'm done here with you guys. I'm just gonna hold still so my husband can zoom in. I'm just trying to fix my light, babe. Calm down, all right? But I do want to talk to you guys here for a sec about subscribership. There is only about 20 of you guys that are subscribed to my channel, and like the rest of you, 80%, do watch a lot of my videos, but you haven't subscribed yet. Maybe you just have forgot or you just haven't had a chance to, but please do go down and subscribe to my channel for me. I would really, really appreciate it. And while you're there, go ahead and give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and hit that bell notification button so you never miss a mani with me. Bye guys!